ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासम् शरीरं मे विचर्षणम् जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवम् ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मेधा देवी जुषमाणा न आगाद्विश्वाची भद्रा सुमनस्य माना त्वया जुष्टानुगमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदधे सुवीराः त्वया जुष्ट ऋषिर्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्मा गतः श्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वत्र विनो न मेधे मेधां महीन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना वुभावा धत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवीं मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधा सुरभिर्जुषत स्वाहा आमा मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगति जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा बिन्वमाना सा मां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्ताम् मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मय्यग्निस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो दधातु हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Om Sri Sai Ram. Loving pranams are the lotus feet of our most beloved Lord, Bhagawan Sri Satyasai Baba Varu, invoking the divine blessings and the grace of our dear Lord, Bhagawan Sri Satyasai Baba Varu. I take this great privilege and blessing to once again invite you all to this divine satsang on the topic, the Vedas, the foundation of Indian culture and spirituality. This event is being organized by Sri Satya Sai Samyukta Shruti Shreni under the aegis of Sri Satya Sai Seva organization. For this 23rd episode, we have with us a very young, bright, devout and pious soul, Pandit Sri Mukesh Sudersan. Sri Mukesh Sudersan has been an ardent devotee of Bhagavan and was born in a third generation Sai devotees family at Chennai. He is uniquely blessed by Bhagavan as he studied in both spiritual and secular education. His Upanayana Samskaram was performed by Sri Veda Srinivasan, and under his able tutelage, Sri Mukesh covered the Veda prayoga and Kumbhabhishekha paddhati. He had the opportunity to learn the major portion of Krishna Yajurveda under Brahma Sri Narayana Sharma. With Swami's continuous divine guidance, Sri Mukesh is considered as a young scholar in the application and the rules of Vedic ceremonies, procedures, and practices. Sri Mukesh Sudersan holds a B.Tech degree in mechanical engineering, and he works for a large multinational automobile company at Chennai. With these few words, I invite Sri Mukesh Sudersan to take over. Over to Sri Mukesh Sudersan. Sai Ram.
श्रुतं मे गोपाय
ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. The most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan and Hridayapurita Namaskarams to all of you. By the immanent grace of our beloved Bhagavan, let us begin our journey on Veda and its various aspects and dimensions, transforming our lives for the next 1 hour. Let us begin with the Chaturveda Parayana, Rig Veda. Om Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Devamritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam. Yajurveda. Yishet Vorjetvam Vajavasthopajavasthadevo Vassabhita Prarpayato Sreshtatamaya Karmane. Samaveda. Agna ayahi bhitaye granano havyadataye nihota satsi barhishim. Tharvaveda. Shanno devi rabhishtaya apo bhavantu pitaye shayyo rabhisravantu naha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram to all of you. So, it gives me immense pleasure in sharing the various aspects of Vedas with you. To start with, Veda is a Shabda representing knowledge. The Dhatu Pada of Veda is Vid. Vid means to know what we should know, the right thing, the right knowledge, the Paravidya. The Veda is also called as Paravidya. The right knowledge that everyone should have in their lifetime to transform themselves towards a happy, prosperous, healthy life and attain the liberation. The Veda is Ananta. That means it is not like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 and that is all. No. The Vedas are Ananta. That means they are limitless. They are countless. Swami says there are more than 13 crore mantras in Veda. So that a person cannot complete that in a lifetime. So Vedas are so vast. Who created this Veda? Do we have any author? No. The Vedas are Apaurusheya. The Vedas being given a name, Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means there is no author. Vedas are Nitya, like Parabrahma. It exists before, it is existing now, it will exist after. So it is a Nitya Vastu. It is the Nishvasa of the Parabrahma. That means it is the very breath of the Parabrahma, the Almighty. That is Veda. So we all know Veda by the name we chant mantras. So what are the different names we have for Veda? Veda is also called as Shruti, Smriti, Anushrava, Amnaya, Chandas, Nigama, Prathamaja, Prishni. Let us see what are the different names, why it is being given. So Shruti is, we hear the Vedas in the ancient times has been like there are no books, there is no written format. So it is being transformed by chanting and by listening. So the main aspect of is listening. So listening is to Shruti, by the ears. So that is why the Veda is called as Shruti. Smriti, the remembrance, whatever that has been learned by the grace of Bhagavan is being remembered. So the thing that needs to be remembered, the knowledge that needs to be remembered, that is Smriti. That is why it is called as Smriti. Also as Anushrava. Chandas. Chandas, everybody knows Chandas. Where we use Chandas? Chandas refers to a meter. The name Chandas by itself refers to a meter. There are portions in Veda, for example, Rig Veda. So it refers to a meter. That means the formation of sentences for a particular length. It represents. So that is called as Chandas. So for example, this particular mantra is in this particular Chandas. So we have different Chandases. So Veda is also represented as Chandas. Also Amnaya. Amnaya is to learn. So Amnaya, Samamnaya, Samamnataha. It is a collection. It is a collection of mantras. That is why it is also called as Amnaya. So like this, there are different names. The names like Prathamaja. It is the first thing that is there in the existence after the Parabrahma. So there are different names for Veda. It is only 5 or 6 names. There are so many names that which it can be called of. That is the Vedas for us in giving different names. So what are the other things that Vedas share to us? So what is the origin to Vedas? So how Vedas has come? So as we all said, as we all know, the human life has 4 goals, 4 purusharthas, or 4 objectives which everyone should follow as an objective. What are these? Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Dharma is the right way of living, the way we should live, the dharmic way. Artha is the pursuit of wealth. And Kama is desires, the right meaningful desires. Moksha, liberating oneself from the continuous cycle of birth and death. The Parabrahma created Brahma and he fostered him the Vedas. With the help of the Vedas, the Brahma created this entire Prakriti. What is entire Prakriti? This entire cosmos. How the solar system is, how the sun works, how the moon works, how the earth works, how the elements should work, what is the order in which it should work. So these are all ordained in Vedas. Vedas being the Adhara, is all being having a cosmic order. That is the way the Brahma has created this Prakriti. And also not only that, for every human life, this has been defined as a threefold sadhana marga for every sadhaka. To start with Dharma, Artha and Kama and then finally the Moksha. The Veda is in a raw form or Smriti. We say it is in a raw form or Devas Raja Samhita. The Veda is called as Raja Samhita. That means it ordains as the rule. A simple crux only will be given. The sutra or the format is being very small, which cannot be understood by a layman. So our Maharishis, our seers, our Rishis, through their compassion, who have understood the Veda, has given us Smritis, Itihasas, Puranas and Shastras to follow based on the Vedas. For every dharma, Vedo khilo dharma moolam, we say. So for every dharma, Veda is the Adhara or the foundation. For the Dharma Shastra, the first step, Dharma is the first one on the threefold. For the Dharma, we have the Manusmriti, Dharma Shastra by Manu. For the Artha, we have Artha Shastra by Brihaspati. For the Kama or the desires, we have Kama Shastra given by Nandishwara and Nachiketa. These threefold Marga ordains various roles and responsibilities for a human being, starting from birth till his death. And by these roles and responsibilities, it is transforming their lives when we follow this threefold Marga and takes us towards the liberalization. And let us see what are the different types of Vedas. As you all know, we saw what are the different names of Vedas. So what are the different types of Vedas? How it is being segregated? As we said earlier, the Vedas are Ananta. The Vedas are countless. Vedas are limitless. But it is being collected into different categories by the sage Veda Vyasa. It is also called as Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Sama Veda and Atharva Veda. 4 classification has been given and it has been segregated by the Maharishi Veda Vyasa. as we see, the Vedas are countless and limitless, and it cannot be completed in a lifetime. So it is being ordained into 4 different sects, and it has been given to various pupils or the students of the Maharishi Veda Vyasa. So the Rig Veda is the first one. The Rig Veda extols us on the various aspects of the deities, their attributes, their characteristics, and it is in a poetic form. The form of Rig Veda is a poetic form. Then next comes the Yajurveda. Yajurveda, Yaj is a Dhatupada. For Rig Veda, Ring is the Dhatupada. What is a Rig? Rig is a mantra. It is a mantra is called as Rig Veda. So the collection of mantras is Rig Veda. Yajurveda, Yajuhu is sacrifice. Yajuhu is sacrifice. So whatever we have to sacrifice, the Yajna Swarupa is Yajurveda. The various methods, the various rituals that which we need to perform is being ordained in the Yajurveda. Samaveda is containing most of the Rigveda mantras in a song fashion, that which is for pleasing the devotees. The Atharva Veda extols one's own self-powers and attributes, that which we can through penance, and it also tells us different remedies and processes to cleanse one's own issues, problems and troubles. So these are the different collection of mantras given to us by the Vedavyasa through his pupils like Sumanto, Jaimani, Paila and Vaishampayana, and it is being shared to us through generations by generations. So this Veda is being fostered to us in this same fashion by generations. We have seen the Chaturvedas, Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda. What is the concised form of it? What is the crux of it? The Gayatri is the crux of it. Swami has told the Vedasya Vyakhyanam Gayatri. Gayantam Trajate iti Gayatri. The Shastra says the one which protects by its merely chanting is Gayatri. Gayantam Trajate iti Gayatri. Also it says na Gayatrayaha param mantram na matuhu param devatam. So there is no more bigger mantra than the Gayatri, and no more bigger deity than the mother. This is what the Shastra ordains to us. And the Maharishis has given us 3 defined timings. Sandhya Kala or Sandhya Upasana to chant this Gayatri. So when we chant the Gayatri 3 times, so it is between the conjunction of the day and night, and the night and the day, and the evening, and as well as at the morning. And the third time is at the midday, mid-time of the day. So why we chant it 3 times? So what is that philosophy, or what is the significance behind that? So this Sandhyopasana as ordained by the Maharishis has 2 main features in it. One is the Arghya, or what we offer as a water to the Paramatma by chanting the Gayatri mantra. The other one is the Gayatri Japa. The Arghya, the Veda says, it is destroying 2 demons, 2 asuras, Mandeharuna. So Manda Ihaha. So that is the 2 asuras that is being destroyed by this Arghya. Who is this Mande Iha? Manda is a, by word itself it says what is Manda. Manda is the slowness, and Iha is Vasanas. The Vasanas which creates the dullness in us, which reduces our capacity. Those are called as Mande Haruna. So the Arghya destroys the dullness in us. And the second thing, or second aspect in the Sandhyopasana is Gayatri Japa. So Gayatri Japa is we meditating on the Savita. Savita is the Devata. What is Savita? Savita generally we refer to Surya. This same Savita is also called as Atma Swarupa. So this Atma Swarupa is attacked by this Manda and Iha, Tamoguna Vasanas, which dulls us, which creates dullness in us. So on this every conjunction, as I said earlier, in the evening, during the conjunction of day and night, in the morning, early morning, during the conjunction of day and night, as well as at the mid-time. 3 times the Vedas instinct or tell to do this Sandhyopasana, so that we cleanse us from the dullness and concentrate by the japa on the Atma Tattva. The Savita is the Atma Tattva. The Atma is being referred here as Savita. The Rishayaha, they have given a definition. Rishayaha Satu Dirgha Kala Sandhyatvat Nairantarya Satkara Drodabhumihi. They have austered, they have performed the penance for Dirgha Kala. The Sandhyopasana is being performed for Dirgha Kala, for a long time. Like not just chanting for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But they have spent more times in this Sandhyopasana. And constantly, in all their activities, they constantly remember the Atma Tattva, Nairantarya, Satkara. Even though they remember, when they do the Sandhyopasana, they do with reverence, they do with bhakti, they do with prema. The Sandhyopasana to be done with bhakti, with reverence and prema. And by doing this, what happens? So we have a Dridabhumihi. That means a good foundation of a mental clarity. Atma Jnana is being laid by removing the dullness, tamogana vasanas, and meditating upon the Atma Tattva. Atma Jnana is attained. Even Swami says, apart from this Trikala, Swami divides like these 3 portions for a given day: Satvik, Tamasic and Rajasic times. So, and also Swami mentions morning 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. is the best time to chant the Gayatri. So by doing this Sandhya in the Satvika Kala, what are the fruits we get? What are the phala we get by doing this Sandhyopasana? Papa Nivritti is the first aspect. Why Papa Nivritti? So as you remove the sins, the Jnana and Vairagya glows in oneself. The amount of Jnana and Vairagya is inversely proportional to the Papa. So as we reduce the Papa, we grow more in our Jnana, more in our Vairagya, focusing more on oneself. The mantra says, Yadanhat kurute papam tadanhat pratimuchyate yadratriyat kurute papam tadratriyat pratimuchyate sarvavarne mahadevi sandhya vidye saraswati. The Veda says, whatever the papa that has been done in the evening, let me be cleansed of it as I do the Sandhyopasana in the morning. Whatever the papa that is being done by me in the daytime, let it be cleansed by the evening Sandhyopasana. Swami says, our beloved Bhagavan, Papa Bhiti, Daiva Priti, Sanganiti. So we should fear to do sin. And Daiva Priti, whatever activity we do, we should do with Priti, prema towards the Daiva or the Bhagavan. By doing this too, what is the outcome? Sanganiti or morality in society. So what does Gayatri fetch to us? It gives us the right way of conduct, sadbuddhi, and it kindles the right way of dharmic way of living as the phala. Dhiyo yonaf prachodayat by Papa Nivarti and kindling the sadbuddhi. The Gayatri gives us the fruit. These are the 2 major fruits given by Sandhyopasana. And what are the different sources for this Papa? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsarya. These are called as 6 enemies which are not present outside, which are inside us, which are the source for the Papa. What is Kama? Atita Asha, or the extraordinary desire, which is unwanted desire. Krodha. Krodha is nothing but anger. When the desire is not achieved, what we get is the anger as outcome. Lobha. Lobha is misery. Being not able to spend the righteous amount at the right time. Being a miser. Lobha. Moha is thinking about one and the same at all the time in Laukika Vishaya and having a tendency towards that. Mada is the thought that I am the doer. It is all under my control. I am everything. the ahankara and the mamakara. Matsarya is jealousy. He is having, I am not able to have. He is having that, I am not able to have that. So something like that. That is Matsarya. So these are the Shad Ripuhu, Swami says. The sadhaka has to overcome in his life. So we have seen what are the 6 sources of Papa. So 6 enemies, Shad Ripuhu, which are the reasons for the Papa. So Swami lovingly says how to overcome this in this Kali Yuga. What is the marga? What is the sadhana should every devotee should make? Swami says 2 things. One is namam, one is dhanam. Whatever activity you do from the morning, the time you rise, till you go to the bed in the evening, always have the thought of Bhagavan. Always have the nama of Bhagavan in the tongue and in the mind, and do all the activities. The second thing is the dana. Dana is other form of seva. So we do Narayana seva, we have blood bank related activities, we do blood donation, we have liquid love, we serve blanket. So we give appropriate skills through training institutes. We are serving back to the society in various forms as per the needs that is there. The needs of the society is being addressed appropriately with selflessness, and also in the hearts with the nama. So the sadhaka should have the nama in the mind, in the thought as well as in the word, and action should be in the form of seva, performing the dana. So this is the marga Swami addresses for us to overcome these 6 enemies, Shad Ripuhu. So let us see what is the next thing. So we saw the 6 virtues which is troubling us, which is the enemies within us. So what are the right things that which we have to develop? So we have to develop, what is the right thing that which we have to develop? Gautama Dharma Shastra says, Sarvabhuta Daya, Kshanti, Anasuya, Shaucha, Anayasa, Mangala, Aspriha, Akarpanya. So these are the 8 virtues, righteous virtues. Every man should focus in the life and develop more and more and more to be in the righteous path. Let us see what are they. Sarva Bhuta Daya, Swami says, have compassion towards everybody, even a small being, ant, animal, plant, anything. Have compassion. Sarva Bhuta Daya, Kshanti, tolerance. There might be limitless problems you have to face in our life, in your life, but you should have that tolerance. The tolerance is the one that which shapes the person of his character, of his conduct. So the tolerance plays an important role. That is an important virtue that everyone should possess and improve upon. The third thing is Anasuya. You should be always devoid of jealousy. Asuya is jealousy. Anasuya is the one without jealousy. So we have to always have a constant remembrance in mind that we are not succumbed to the jealousy. The thought process should be always of us devoid of jealousy. Shaucha is the next thing. Purity. Shaucha is purity. Whatever activity we do, by thought, by words, by action, it should be pure. Trikarana Shuddhi, that is what Shastra says. Ekatattva, Aikyamatya of this Trikarana. The thought, the word, and the action should be one and the same, and should be pure in a dharmic way. Anayasa, This is also a virtue. What is anayasa? Anayasa is doing effortlessly. Whatever the activity that they tell, doing it effortlessly. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How come? By good skill development, more and more of practice, attaining vidvat or jnana in that skill, nipunatva in that skill, anasuya. That is a virtue. Whatever the task that is being given to us, we have to be doing that in an effortless way. But we should do it in an accurate fashion. That is a virtue that we have to develop. What is the next one? Mangala. Mangala is auspiciousness. So whatever you do in an auspicious way, righteous way, dharmic way, the right way. That is Mangala. Have a good thoughts. Swami says, very important respect to Mangala. See good, do good, be good. So every action of yours is towards good things. That is nothing but the Mangala. Aspriha. Even though we have that skill, we have developed that skill, we are doing it effortlessly, we are doing with purity, then also we should have that aspriha. What is that aspriha? Aspriha is detachment. I am the doer. It is because of me it is happening. I am leading the occasion. I only did this way. I am the leader. Self-boasting. Attaching oneself to the words, to the actions that he has done. And gaining or leading the path to ahankara and mamakara. Instead we say, by Swami's grace, we have done this activity. By Swami's grace, we are able to do this activity. Aspriha. Non-attachment. It is Swami's will to happen this way. This is the fruit Swami has given to me. I accept it with utmost reverence. Aspriha. Akarpanya is grandeur. Doing in a great fashion. Grandeur fashion. How it is possible? It is through vriddhi or development. We are in a stage. By the development of our skill, as it is virtue, we have to grow. We have to grow with ourselves and we have to help for the growth of the others. And together, we have to do in a grandeur fashion. So, as I said earlier, these are the 8 virtues which we have to develop, overcoming the 6 ripus or the 6 enemies which is within us, with the sadhana or the marga that Swami has given to us, namam and dhanam. Sorry. Let us now touch upon the Vedic deities. Let us start with the mantra. Devastrirekatashastristrajasтрigumshaha uttare bhavata uttaravartmana uttarasattvanah yat kama idam juhomi tanme samriddhyatam vayaggasyampatayorayinam bhurbhuvasva swaha. The Veda says there are 33 crore devatas. Also the same Veda says in one more mantra, Indram mitram varunam agnima hratho divyassaso parno garutman yekam sadvipra bahudha vadantyagni yamam matarishvan mahuhum ekam sat. The Veda says the deity is only one. Vipraha bahudha vadanti. The learned people say that there are many deities in different forms. So what does this mean? Veda enchanting that the deities in different formats in 2 different mantras. The Parabrahma is only one. It is out of the compassion, Parabrahma, due to the penance or the devotion of the sadhaka, takes various forms in blessing the sadhaka. That is the reason we have 33 crore devatas. Devastri Ekadashaha. So what does they do? Vayagasya mapatayora yenam. So let us be blessed with all the Aishwaryas, wealth. That is what the prayer is we are giving to the 33 crore devatas. And by Ekatva, the devata is only one, but the forms are different. The Atma Tattva is only one, but the Nama and Rupas are different. So let us see some of the Vedic deities which we use in our daily activities, which we remember now and then. First let us see Varuna. The mantra Varuna, Imam me Varuna Shruddhi Hava Madhya Chamradaya Tvama Vasyura Chakem Tatvayami Brahmana Vandamanastadashaste Yajamano Havirbhihim Ahedamano Varuneha Bodhyurushagum Samana Ayuh Pramoshihi. This is the mantra of Varuna. Varuna is the deity of water. He is the controller of the cosmic order. And he is the deity for Ritam. Jala Devate Varunaha. So what is like the cosmic order? What is Ritam? These are the two new words. You know, water deity Varuna, we do Varuna Japam, we do Varuna Shanti. So we do so many things. We know water and Varuna are connected with each other. What is the cosmic order? What does it mean? The sun revolves in a fashion. The solar system revolves in the galaxy in a fashion. The moon revolves in a fashion. Everything has particular aspects. Namely, like for the five elements, the fire, the water, the air, earth, and Akash. Everything has an order. It should look like this. It should have these features. It should be having these attributes. This order in which everything is there is called as the cosmic order. Varuna is the deity who is the controller for this cosmic order. And also the Ritam. Ritam is nothing but the truth, the right way. That is Ritam. So Varuna is the devata for Ritam. Ritena Ritam Nijatamam Yilem. Ritena Ritam Nijatam Yile. Dharmena. Ritena means Dharmena. Ritam. Truth. Niyatamam Yile. Niyatama, truth. The truth which is in an orderly fashion. Niyatamam. I meditate. I pray on the orderly truth. At whom? At the Dharma. Ritena Ritam Niyatamam Yilem. We pray to the Varuna in every day in Sandhyopasana in the evening. Please forgive us from the papas that which you have done. Achitti yattava dharma yoyopima. Achitti. My mind is not in a stabilized position. Due to some imbalance in my mind. Achitti yattava dharma yoyopima. I have crossed the boundaries, the dharmic way, that which you have ordained to us. Please forgive us. Please forgive us. This is the daily prarthana we do in the evening Sandhya Vandana. We also do the same mantra in Marjana or Prokshana. Ya sagum raja varuno yati madhye satyan rate avapashyan jananam. Varuna is the devata who is traveling along in the day and night and watching the righteousness actions and the improper actions done by the people, all the living beings. So Varuna is watching. Avapashyam jananam, he is the watcher. He is checking everybody whether they are in the right way or not. And he blesses accordingly. Whatever the papa or the punya that we have, and he blesses us accordingly by his grace. We pray even though we have sinned because of our imbalanced mind, achitti, please do not harm us. Please grace us with your blessings. That is what we pray in Sandhyopasana. The next devata is Mitra. Mitra is sun, as you all know, Mitra is one of the name of the sun. And in the Veda, this Varuna, Mitra all coming together as a passion. Mitra, by general Sanskrit word, Mitra is a friend. What kind of friend? A friend who is lovable in nature is called as Mitra. Nyamida snehena, the one who melts us through love. One who melts us through love is the Mitra. One who melts us. Bhagavan melts us. Who else can melt us? Bhagavan melts us. Bhagavan is Atma Tattva. Bhagavan outer and inner Tattva is the Atma Tattva. Atma is Mitra. And Atma is a self-effulgent. Sun is Savita, self-effulgent. Mitra is name of sun, self-effulgent. Atma, self-effulgent. Ever glowing Atma Tattva. It is the best friend. Atma is the best friend we have. Surya Atma Jagatastasthushascham. Surya is the Atma. That Atma is there as a Antaryami of the visible Surya. The same Atma is inside us, in all the living beings. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Tadetat preyaha, putrat preyaha, vittat preyaha, anyasmat sarvasmat antaram yadayamatma. Which is the most lovable thing? Atma. From what and all? From putraha. Even beyond the sun. Even beyond wealth. Vittat preyaham. Anyasmat sarvasmat preyaha. Because without this Atma we cannot enjoy anything. Atma is the owner who is enjoying. Atma is the Kshetrajnaha. He is the owner. Without him, nothing can be enjoyed. He is the most Priyatama Mitra, most friendly person who we have. Vedam says, Mitrasyaham chakshusha sarvani bhutani samikshem. Mitrasya ma chakshusha sarvani bhutani samikshantam. Mitrasya chakshusha samikshamahem. Let me see all the beings with the eye of love. May all the other beings see me with the same eye of love. Let us see each other with the same eye of love. This is what Vedam says. Swami says as a crux, live in love. Love is God. So the Mitra, the Devata, the Surya Devata, which is the Atma Swarupa, upholds the Taraka Mantra of Prema. That it should be a continuous flow for us towards others, for others towards us, and a mutual flow between us. And this Mitra is the Devata who gives all the benefits of the Punya Karma that we do. Varuna tells us about the sins, whatever sins we have done, and what are the appropriate activities that which we need to do to transform ourselves from the sin. And the Mitra is the Devata who gives us the benefits of the Punya activity, the right dharmic activity that which we have done. Mitras, we have one more mantra. Mitrasyatva chakshusha prekshe. Even whatever we say, Mitrasyatva chakshusha prekshe. We request to the Lord, hey Lord, please see me with the eye of friendship. Mitrasyatva chakshusha prekshe. That is about the Mitra, the Devata. The third Devata is Aryama. These are all three sets of Devata. Mitra, Varuna, Aryama. These three are the three Devatas which we have mentioned mostly in the Vedas. Ayam Nimeti Aryama. One who quantifies, one who measures is the Aryama. It is also said like one who gives, one who shares is Aryama. So what does the Varuna do? Varuna restrains from sin, restrains us from sins by his activities. Mitra gives lots of love cross between each others. And Aryama, the available love is being shared, given and shared across each others. With the above thought in the mind, we always should seek to be in satsang. Veda says, Swasti panthamano sancharema surya chandramasa vivam punaradata gnata janata sangame mahi. The way the sun, the moon follows the order without the change. May we also get united with the good people again and again. Even though we miss the satsang, again join the satsang. Again and again we be with the satsang. That is what we pray to Swami. Sai Ram. The earth is the next Devata. Prithvi. It is one of the 5 elements. The Veda says in a feminine form. Prithvi as mother. It refers to Prithvi as mother. The Yajurveda says, Namo matre prithuyai maham mataram prithvim higumsisham mam mamata prithvi higumsit. Namo matre prithuyai. He matre prithvi namaha. Namo namaha. It salutations to you, dear Mother Earth. Let me not give any kind of disturbance to you. In the same way, please do not give any disturbance to us. This is the Prarthana Veda says. And don't give us any untoward things like earthquakes. Do not disturb us with volcanoes. Do not disturb us with cyclones. Do not disturb us with floods. We pray to the earth, our benevolent Mother Earth. Please do not give any disturbance. Do not himsa. Do not give any himsa to us. Please be benevolent to us. We pray. Even the Dharma Shastra says for that. Every day morning we get up from the bed. Before our legs touch the Mother Earth, we pray. Samudra vasane devi parvatastana mandale Vishnupatnim Mahim Devim Padasparasham Kshamasvame. Hey Mother Earth, I am going to touch you with my legs. Please forgive us. I might walk, I might run, I might jump. Please do not have any anger upon us. That is the kind of love which we have towards all the human beings, all the things that which is being established in the Sanatana Dharma. Indraha, the next Devata. Indraha. Indhayati iti Indraha. We all know Indian, we say as a gas, right? So Indian is nothing but fuel. Gas is a fuel. So Indhayati iti Indraha. the one who gives us the fuel. What kind of fuel? The fuel is the mental strength through which one can overcome the craving desires, unwanted desires, and have a one focusedness and the power to achieve the objective. As we said earlier, the 4 Purusharthas. It's called as the Indraha. The Indra is being praised in so many forms as killer of Vritrasura, demon. The demon are nothing but the negative forces, negative thoughts, negative thinking, negative actions in our own human mind. Those all needs to be killed. Those all needs to be overcome with the help of Indra. We pray to Indra to give us the power or the fuel to overcome this. That is the prayer which we share to Indra. Next we see upon Saraswati. Saraswati Stotra. Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Bhar Vajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu. Saraswati Sarasam Vasati. The one who lives in a lotus which is in the Tataka or in the water. To refer, Saraswati is the devata residing in the head, in the brain, which is containing the fluids. The devata resides in there, giving us the intelligence, Medha. The phala of Saraswati is Medha. What is Medha? What is intellect? Doing the right thing at the right time, with the right words, with the right action. Having the correct presence of mind in thought, word and action is the prasada of Saraswati. So we all pray to Saraswati for Vidya. So whatever the Vidya we have, that dharana should be there to us. We pray to her. Dheena avitri avatu. Please protect us. Protect our buddhi, dhi. We are praying to Lord Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati. Please protect our buddhi. And also what we request her. Mayi medham, mayi prajam, mayi yagnistejo dadhatu. Please give us the teja of Agni. Mayi medham, mayi prajam, mayi indra indriyam dadhatu. Let all the indriyas, whichever has lost some of its power, let it be regained. Let it be more powerful. Mayi medham, mayi prajam, mayi suryo, dhrajo dadhatu. Let us have the power of the Surya, the Kanti of the Surya. These are the prayers that which we offer to Saraswati to improve our intellect, to have more dharana shakti, to have more memory, to have the right intellect, thought process and communication. Saraswati is the devata which we offer our prayers. We also say a beautiful mantra. Chodayitri sunrutanam chetanti sumatinam yajnandadhe Saraswati. Hey Saraswati, for the right people, Sunrutanam Chodayitri. She kindles. What she kindles? Chetanti Sumatinam. So for the right people, she kindles the mind towards the right thought process. Yajnandadhe Saraswati. She takes us, takes our lives, transforms into yajna, sacrifice, by giving the right intellect. Saraswati. Next, let us see upon Agni. Agni is one of the most referred God in the Vedas. By Shabda Agre Nayati iti Agni. The one who leads us in front. Agnenaya supatha raye asman. As he is reading, the Veda mantra itself prays, hey leader, please lead us in the righteous way. The way that which gives us victory. The way which is very dharmic. Please take us through that way. Piteva putra madhirakshata dimam. The mantra says, Ayurda agne havisho dushanaha ghrita pratikaha ghritayo niredhi घृतं पीत्वा मधुचारुगव्यं पितेव पुत्रमभिरक्षतादिमम्. Please accept the ghee that which we are offering in the homa or in the yajna or in the havana and protect us. Give us more lifetime. Protect us. How? Like how a father protects his son. In the similar fashion, please protect us. Please protect us. Give us a good lifetime. The Upanayana also says, Agniracharyastavam. So by the Agni Upasana, Agni becomes one's Acharya. As the boy gets the Dvijatva after Upanayana, the second born, Dvija, he becomes. Agni becomes his first Acharya. He starts doing Agni Upasana. Agni guides the boy towards the right way in acquiring right skills, making him a brahmachari. What is brahmachari? Brahma tattva acharanatvat brahmachari. Veda, Brahma means Veda. Veda acharanatvat. By Veda adhyayanatvat. So by doing that Veda adhyayana, learning of the Veda, he becomes a brahmachari along with Agni Upasana. So Agni guides us, guides the brahmacharis, being a guru and transforms the lives of the people. That is the great thing that Agni gives us after the Upanayana Samskaram. Sayonara. So as we have seen upon the deities, let us focus some more other aspects, other dimensions. What Veda says in our lives, how it transforms. Let us take one more subject, food. Veda has given more importance to food. Why? It dictates one's mind and thoughts, which converts into action. The action in turn becomes the habit. The habit again fosters our character. Swami says, please watch your words, watch your actions, watch your thought, watch your character, watch your habits. The annam or the food is the primary source which kindles the mind and the thoughts. The Upanishad says, always have annam with utmost purity. Annanna nindhyat tadvratam. Never speak ill of the food. Whatever prasada, what we get, is by the grace of Bhagavan. Whatever it might be. Chanting the Brahmarpana mantra, we purify the food. And then we take it. And we should never speak ill of the food. Whichever that has been ordained to us is being received by us. It is by the grace of Bhagavan we receive the food. I'm saying like the salt is high, the food is not properly cooked. It's not the righteous way of saying. Never speak ill of food. That is a Veda Sutra. Veda says, don't do that. Annam bahukurvita. It says, generate more food. Generate more and more and more and more food. What is the purpose of generation? You use what you have. You give dana, sanadana, as Narayana Seva. Serve the people by generating more and more food. Annanna parichakshita. Third rule it says, having generated more food, you should not waste food. Annam na parichakshitam. never waste food. Whatever that is required for the living, for the food, for the stomach, that should be only consumed. What if we consume more? Veda also says, Annam pranamannam apanamahuhum Annam mrityuntamu jivatumahuhum Annam brahmano jarasam vadanti Annamahuf prajananam prajanam. The anna itself, verily the prana and the apana, the ascending and the descending form of the vayu inside the body, human body. Annam, when correctly eaten, it is the life source. When wrongly or eaten over or more, then it becomes the source for the death. That's what the Veda says. Annam mrityuntamu jivatumahuhum. Also, we have to share and eat. Whatever we have to share and eat. We have to give more and more food. Yo ma dadati sayi deva mava ahamannamannamadanta. Food itself says, the Veda says in that fashion. Food says, who gives me more and more and more, adores me more. I am the food. Ahamantamadmi. I am the one who is the consumer as well. Because Anna Bhavanti Bhutani, we are all the outcomes. All the living beings are outcomes of the same food. So by giving more and more food, the food is adored more and more. So we have to always share and use the opportunity given by Bhagavan to do the Narayana Seva. Swami also says lovingly that which we consume through mouth is food, which we consume through ears, which we consume through eyes, which we consume through nose and skin, it should also be sattvic. It should also be purified. It should not be pungent. It should not be corrupt. So we should take this message and follow the principle in our consumption of food. And finally, to end, let us see the Panchamaha Yajnas, which is the Nitya Karma of every human being in his lifetime, who has to do this 5 Yajnas, Panchamaha Yajnas, in his daily life. What are these Panchamaha Yajnas? What is a Yajna? As we all said earlier, Yajna is Tyaga. Sacrifice is Yajna. What is the outcome of Yajna? What is the phala of Yajna? By the Yajna, Vedodharana, first phala. Swami says, Vedodharana, Dharma Rakshana. By performing the Yajna, the Dharma is protected. Everybody in the Yajna does their own responsibilities. The Dharma is protected for each and every being. Somebody cooks, somebody serves, somebody does cleanings. Everybody has their own roles and responsibilities, and the Dharma is protected. Vidvat Poshana. The one who protects the Veda is also being given the appropriate Poshana. Vedodharana, Dharma Rakshana, Vidvat Poshana. What is the outcome of this? Swami says, Loka Kalyana, peace. That is the purpose of this Yajna. The Shabda Yajna is to sacrifice. We all know the mantra, Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amritatpama nashuhum. Tyagena ekena amritatpam is being get. Let us also touch upon the Yajnas. What does the Yajna say? What is an Yajna? So Yajna is Devatam Uddishya Dravya Tyagaha. Yajna is sacrifice. Tyagaha. What we have to do sacrifice? Dravya Tyagaha. Initial stages we do the Dravya Tyagaha. So we give the ghee in the oven. And what we say? Agnaye Swaha. And we give the ghee. And what we say? Agnaya idanna mama, it is yours, it is not mine. The Tyaga Bhava is imbibed in the human mind. So, to get rid of all the connection, bandhutva, and attain liberation, moksha. Vedam says, na karmana na prajaja dhanena tyage naike amritatvama na shubhum. Because of the Tyaga Bhava, we get amritatva. Veda also fosters 5 yajnas, panchamaha yajnas. Deva yajna, pitra yajna, bhuta yajna, manushya yajna, brahma yajna, which is to be followed daily. What are the 5 yajnas? Deva yajna, doing the pujas, nitya naimittika pujas, Rudrabhishekha, Archana, offering our devotion to the Lord who has given us so much with his education, so much a good place to live, good clothes to wear, good food to eat. Please, thanks Swami for giving us this much in our lives, for keeping us safe, keeping us with all the prosperity, whatever we have got in this life. Thank you. Punarjanma vidyate iti puja. We do that puja as Deva Yajna. We do the homa as Deva Yajna. Then Pitra Yajna. We think about our elders in our Nitya Brahma Yajna, and we offer Tarpana to the Pitras. Then Bhuta Yajna, offering food to all the animals. We even nowadays we can see we offer food to the crow in the morning, we offer food to the dog in the evening, and wherever, whenever possible, we offer food to the animals. That is Bhuta Yajna. Manushya Yajna, Atithi Devo Bhava. We should offer hospitality to all the Atithis, revere them as God Himself, incarnation of God Himself, and give them all the hospitality that He needs, and feed him the way you are being fed. Atithi Samskara, Manushya Yajnaha, whatever his need might be, addressing his need to the maximum extent possible from your side. It might be skill, it might be wealth, it might be some medicinal help, whatever that is possible from our side. Manushya Yajna. Brahma Yajna, learning, self-learning, Swadhyaya. And the same way, teaching to others, whatever the skill that has been developed, sharing to others the same skill. Brahma Yajna. These are the 5 Maha Yajnas everybody should follow in their daily activities. With this, let me conclude this speech by saying one mantra from Rigveda. Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manansi janatam deva bhagai yatha purve sanjanana bhupasate samano mantras samitas samani samanam manassaha chittameshan samanam mantram abhimantrayeva samanena vo havisha juhomi samani bhaagutis samana hridayani va samanamastu vo mano jatha vasu sahasati. So this mantra is the Samana Sutta. Let all our thoughts be united in serving Swami's message. By His grace, let all the thoughts be united. Let all the words Samvadadvam be united by Swami's grace. Sangachadvam, let us all walk in the path Swami has laid for us by His immanent grace. Sangachadvam samvo manansi janadam. Let us don't have a difference of opinion in our mind. Let us Swami bless us so that we have the same opinion in our mind, same satsang in our mind, so we take forward the message of Swami. Samanam mantram abhimantrayevaham samanena vo havisha juhomi. Let us all chant the mantra and do the homa. Samani Vahakotis Samana Hridayani Vaham. Even the limbs function together. Even all our hearts function together in a united fashion in taking forward the Swami's message. I thank all the elders who has given me the opportunity to share the thoughts on Veda, and my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Sri Sai Ram. At the very outset, we are extremely thankful to Pandit Sri Mukesh Sudersan for his eloquent talk filled with Vedic wisdom and knowledge, and for sharing with us in a very simple and generous manner. On behalf of all the participants and on behalf of Sri Satya Sai Samyukta Shruti Shreni, it is my privilege and honor to thank Pandit Sri Mukesh Sudersan for such a wonderful talk and generous sharing. Sri Mukesh has started his talk on a glorious note of Chaturveda Parayana and went on to explain the meaning and the importance of Veda. Here, he elaborated on the different names by which Vedas are known, like Shruti, Smriti, Anuswara, Amnaya, Chandas, Nigamagama, Pratamaja, Pushnim. Then he went on to explain to us on Purushartha aspect as emphasized in Vedas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and nicely related these to the cosmic order. Next, he emphasized on the importance of Gayatri Mantra. Here, he explained to us on how, why, where, when, who, what aspects of Gayatri Mantra and the abundant benefits that it bestows on humanity by doing Gayatri worship, Gayatri Japa. The importance of Sandhyopasana was the next aspect that he touched upon. Here, he aptly and wonderfully stated the inverse proportionality rule, which goes as Jnana and Vairagya are inversely proportional to the Papa. Clearly goes to say that with zero Papa, you'll be very divine, infinite. Next, the 6 enemies, Shadripuhu, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These were explained to us as the 6 enemies which are responsible for our miseries in our day-to-day life. Having touched upon that, he also reminded us on the divine formula of Nama and Dana to overcome these 6 enemies. Having said that, he also said that the 6 enemies should be replaced by the 8 virtues, such as Bhutadaya, Shanti, Anasuya, Saucha, Anayasa, Mangala, aspruha, akarpanya. He elaborately explained to us on the Vedic deities and the unique place that Vedas have given to them by reminding us that it is the same divine principle, one single divine principle, which has manifested in manifold forms for our benefit to uplift the humanity to the divine level. This is where he again reminded us on the great saying, Ekam Sat Viprah Bahuda Vadanti. In his explanation on the deities as mentioned in Vedas, he reminded us on Mitra, Varuna, Aryama, Prithvi, Saraswati, Agni, etc., which are part and parcel of our day-to-day worship and life. The importance of Annam, Annam Brahma, Annam Nanindyat, as mentioned in Vedas, was emphasized by Sri Mukesh. He reminded us on how Vedas have given a very important and a prominent place for Annam and the respect that we should give to this Annam aspect of Brahma. Later, Sri Mukesh explained to us on the importance of Panchayagnas and ended in a very glorious way with one of the famous Rigvedic mantras, Sangachadvam, Sambaddadvam, so on, and emphasized that in thought, word, deed, let all of us be united and move forward lovingly in a sharing, giving, and forgiving manner with love as the underlying current. In essence, Sri Mukesh, Pandit Sri Mukesh Sudersan has reminded and explained to us on how Vedas are verily the foundation of Indian culture and spirituality. I once again take this opportunity to thank Pandit Sri Mukesh Sudersan for generously sharing the knowledge that he has gained with lot of dedication and tapas and sharing with all of us. On behalf of all of us, I once again thank him, and please join me in prayers to our dear Lord Bhagavan to bless Pandit Mukesh Sudersan and his family immensely to carry forward Bhagavan's mission with all strength and energy and to remain in his fold energetically forever. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Bhakta Jana Samrakshak Pati Maheshwara Om Jai Jagadish Hare Shashivadana Shrikara Sarva Pranapati Swami Sarva Pranapati Ashrita Kalpalatika Ashrita Kalpalatika Apatandhava Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita Guru Daivamu Mariyantayu Nive Swami Mariyantayu Nive Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagena Shayana Om Jai Jagadish Hare Omkara Rupa Ojasvi Sai Mahadev सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की